Is Dogecoin money the best money in crypto? That's what we're going to be talking about in this video. If you're here, I hope you guys all hold Dogecoin, and if you don't, this is one where this is where we talk everything Doge Army. Welcome back to the channel, and we are going to get into some very interesting comments from Raoul. Okay, we all know a hedge fund manager that holds a ton of Dogecoin, very adamantly speaking in a very positive direction about Doge. I want to share with you guys what's going on within his comments, and as we look at the Dogecoin chart, what we're all looking at right here, right now, today. So let's get down into it. If you are new to the channel, welcome. I'm Mark. Appreciate you guys stopping by. Let YouTube know that Dogecoin is in your portfolio. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and leave me a comment. I'll be sure to read what's exactly going on right now. I want to tell you guys about Paul's statement, as well as we're going to look at the Dogecoin chart, and I'll give you guys my views towards the end of this video, so make sure you stick around. Okay, so let's get right into it. First and foremost, we are going to dive into the crypto bubbles, and please, guys, remember, none of this is financial advice. Always be sure to do your own research and due diligence, okay? Now, Dogecoin, it's one where we have to talk about a sub $40 billion market cap, and it's one that has gotten as high above 40 cents, now trading hands at 25 cents, okay? You've been watching my stuff. We've been talking about Dogecoin. Under 8 cents is one of my better buys that I've done within cryptocurrency as of recent. It was one where you look at meme coins and the landscape that is there within, the way that capital is all situated. Right now, the biggest money being spent is on the Solana blockchain in terms of where the meme coin money's at, but still Dogecoin, Pepe, and even Shiba Inu for that matter, still holding true at the top in the top 3 spots for market caps in terms of meme coins. Now, what does this matter for Dogecoin? Well, as we look at it today, guys, if you were buying Dogecoin back at 6, 7, 8 cents, we did experience, upwards of a 5x in terms of that. But Dogecoin still ranked in the top 10 in overall market cap in cryptos. What's going to happen? Because a lot of people don't understand, and myself included, I'm kind of stuck in this conundrum where we have arguably the most favorable crypto conditions on mankind in the history of Earth and cryptocurrency alike, but we don't have the push coming out from the conversation that Dogecoin is not only the same acronym of Elon Musk, one of the biggest catalysts, I think, within cryptocurrency. If Elon would tweet, right? He would tweet, Dogecoin would go on an insane push. Well, here we are, guys, watching the news outlets every single day, and we see Elon Musk in the Oval Office talking about, crypto, talking about, everything financially related to the United States government. But we aren't getting that push that you would expect as, seeing Elon Musk every single day talking for an organization that not only has the acronym DOGE, but just being kind of the Doge father. It just doesn't make sense, doesn't add up. So the best thing I can tell you guys is something is going to happen. I just don't know what it is or when it is, but Dogecoin definitely does have some tailwinds waiting in the works due to the fact that not only would they get a huge bump in transactional volume if they would somehow be incorporated into X payments on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, but I do think it's something where you look into kind of the narrative. There's even people talking about Dogecoin ETFs. I don't think it's dead. I just think that right now crypto is so volatile that nobody wants to buy, nobody wants to sell, and everybody's just waiting to see what's the next big move Trump will make. And I think it has a lot of investors, kind of institutional investors as well, kind of just waiting in the wings, waiting for that next kind of definitive moment where crypto will go to the next level. Now, Dogecoin trading hands right now at around a quarter. Let's get into the comments from Raoul and see exactly what he's here to talk about. And if you're still with me, guys, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe right down below. And that's kind of where we look at the chart as being labeled the greatest of all time, claiming that Dogecoin is harder money than Bitcoin. All right, so for those of you that do not know Raoul, he is the global macro investor, founder, and CEO, and one of the larger holders of Dogecoin and one of his favorite assets. And this is something where you look into that concentration of the assets in his crypto portfolio. Okay, labeling Dogecoin's chart as the greatest of all time, further describing the token as king of all cryptocurrencies and arguing that it will trump Bitcoin for the future. Now, let's tap the brakes on that. I understand where he's coming from, talking about kind of where Dogecoin launched, back in 2013. God, I can't believe it was that long ago, 12 years from today. Okay, surging about 461,000 plus percent, respectively, compared to Bitcoin and their 7,800 plus percent surge that they've had within launching around $1,210. Okay, at the time that Dogecoin was incepted. Okay. That's kind of where the whole narrative and the numbers all shake out. However, Paul does note that Dogecoin would further add to its superiority to Bitcoin with an imminent breakout within kind of what we're labeled in right now. As you look at these blue lines, we're in a descending channel as the Dogecoin BTC pair trades at around 50269. Okay, so if he insists that Dogecoin does break out against Bitcoin, it will become the hardest money on the galaxy, speculating that Dogecoin would become the new standard, dethroning Bitcoin as the cryptocurrency leader. Nonetheless, these are very bold predictions, seemingly looking at kind of these comments, and why I can't really get behind it is because if Dogecoin would dethrone Bitcoin, that would make Dogecoin over a $2 trillion market cap, in my personal opinion. And that would be roughly, where we're at right here, right now. That would be even more so than a 20x on the chart, okay? Actually, it would be about a 45, 50x, okay? I can't get down with that right now, but if you did witness what Dogecoin was able to do in 2021, it would take a very substantial push. And I say that, not saying that it can't happen, not saying that something significant could not happen, but what I'm saying is, there's a lot more meme coins out there in space. So for Dogecoin to do what it did back in 2017, 2021, simply put, I just don't see Bitcoin not doing something similar and not being able to make up that gap, okay? And that's all I'm trying to say. I'm not fudding Dogecoin, saying it can't do anything. I just think that we need to take a step back from Raoul Paul's statements and saying that it will dethrone Bitcoin as being the hardest money on the galaxy, okay? I personally think that's just him pumping his own bag. I don't think that there's enough of a narrative to vault them into that category. However, I do want to kind of allude to some of the issues that I have with Dogecoin. This is something where we look into the unlimited amount of supply, albeit closely linked to the code of Bitcoin. The original nature of that does give way to, when Bitcoin does well, Dogecoin usually follows suit. That's kind of how it's always been. But I think that the only thing that has Dogecoin moving in a direction and that I would get behind these comments is if somehow it becomes actually useful. If we do get that utility within X payments, if we do get some kind of featuring of Dogecoin within the United States government, if we get a Dogecoin ETF, those are things that could drive this narrative higher. I just really, quite frankly, don't know why Raoul Paul comes out and says this, because it's not only is it extremely far-fetched that it would dethrone Bitcoin, it just doesn't really make sense for someone who manages a lot of money and deals with all of these assertions on a day-to-day basis. I think it's kind of foolish because if you were betting on Dogecoin to dethrone Bitcoin, you probably will lose that bet. And that's not FUD against Dogecoin, okay? That's just being realistic. We're not going to pump sunshine on a cloudy day. I say that a lot here on the channel. And in this time period where crypto is kind of in this wait-and-see approach, nobody really knows what Dogecoin can do. So the one thing I'll tell you guys is I do think that I agree with Raoul Paul in not so much that it will dethrone Bitcoin, but it could outperform Bitcoin. And what I mean by that is here we are sitting at 25 cents. Bitcoin's at roughly 96,000. And I do think that there is an avenue where, Bitcoin, albeit close to all-time highs, had its pump. Dogecoin to do what Bitcoin did. Dogecoin can do a 5x in a couple months. Bitcoin can't do a 5x in a couple months, simply put, at these price levels, okay? Now, Bitcoin could sell off and then redo a 5x, but from where we're at right now, Bitcoin 96,000 approximately, Dogecoin 25 cents. Dogecoin can hit $1.25, Bitcoin can't hit 500,000, okay? Not in the same time period, okay? So using that information, I'll come up with the thesis that Dogecoin, yes, can outperform Bitcoin in the intermediate time period, okay? I do worry about the unlimited supply. I do worry about actually what's going to happen with other meme coins, the volatility that lies within the top. Does Bitcoin become the safe investment? That's something that we will answer with time. But with right now, with the volatility that we have with Donald Trump at the helm and what they're looking to do in implementing crypto and pro-regulation. It's an exciting time to be a crypto trader, but it's one that's also very unpredictable. And that's also why I think a lot of traders have been hesitant to kind of go all in and really say, hey guys, it's time. Okay. So leave me your comments down below. Do you think that I'm right? Do you think that Dogecoin can outperform Bitcoin in the short period of time? Or do you just simply agree with Raoul in saying that Dogecoin can outperform Bitcoin and is the hardest money in cryptocurrency? Okay, leave a comment down below. Appreciate you guys all tuning in. As always, I'll never tell you to buy or sell a crypto. Make sure you do your own research and due diligence. These are just my thoughts involving the crypto market. Have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you all in the next video. Cheers.